Welcome to turn 22 of this Orb and Crown 0.4 playthrough. Since I'm narrating it after the event, I can say that there is very good news for me and very bad news. Let's go to the replay and see what I'm talking about. So, okay, he's discovered my fleet. This could be interesting in a negative sense, because he's obviously got some warships nearby. Yeah. Looks like I'm going to lose at least one warship. Ooh, yep, he's run into another one, so he's obviously got a very significant force out there. I know I've got some ships in the area as well, so it's going to be a rather large naval battle. At the moment, he is clearly winning, totally destroying my fleet that's out there. I lingered one turn too long. I was thinking to myself last turn, I wonder if I should actually send those Angford fleets or Angford ships back to port. It looks like I'm about to lose an elite and some elves, but that's okay. It's not okay, but it's not the end of the world. Alright, so I have a chance there to actually do a bit of counter-attacking and maybe be able to take the Dreadworm out. Right, the dwarves leaders of Iron Lord stand alone. Okay, now this is... I'm not even going to narrate this, just watch. That was devastating. He has, in one turn, wiped out all that preparation that I'd put into the Mulcan forces, and they will need another, I don't know how many turns to recover from that. So it was a significant counter-attack, using the fanatics to great effect. As I've said before, they're great at finishing off units that have been damaged already, and he used 3 there because the Guatenheim forces have access to 3 that they can build. He built all 3 of them, and as you can see, it devastated my Mulcan forces. Lots in the report, and lots of units destroyed, so the report is good and bad. Mostly bad, unfortunately, for me. And lots of stuff happening on the seas and with resources and ports and so forth. So a lot happened that turn. Now I want to put these defenders into Cetessa, the alternate capital. It's the first in line to be attacked. It seems to be far enough away that the veteran unit that I put in place there will be able to recover some of its readiness and morale that it loses as a unit that's placed on the board. It's 50% reduction or something. So hopefully by the time the enemy gets closer, they will be able to defend themselves. Moving the leaders back because they're going to be completely, they're going to be very instrumental in the defense of Miletus. Brain and mouth not working particularly well at the moment. And I can actually buy some things. They are on discount, on special this month at ancients.co. And so veterans and dwarves, 2 units that will hopefully finish production before the ancients are defeated finally. And as you can see, it's really just moving into place to try and get the best defense that I can. It's possible that I could use perhaps the Tribal League to support them, but at this stage I don't think so. Now, with the Dreadworm, what can we do here? You'll see that the Dreadworm himself is actually defending the ramparts of Morbright. And see the damage evasion? He's got good damage evasion, and he still does a lot of damage. This time I actually get through the defenses and have a chance, a good chance now, to actually finish him off. It's just a matter of whether I'm going to risk those elite units, and I'm not. So bring in those dwarves on 10 points. There you go. Right, the Dreadworm has been defeated. He is not dead. He will go to somewhere, probably I would say in the Groaning Leaf Marsh, at least to start off with, and will gain a bit of strength and probably end up back at Yamiran Vale at some point outside of game time. As far as the game is concerned, he is finished. He will not reappear. But if we were playing a game of Dungeons and Dragons, I would have him reappear perhaps a few months later, perhaps a year later. He's far too powerful to be defeated by a measly army. Goodness me. It's going to take adventurers to do that. Alright, so Angnord is now able to move their forces back, and hopefully we'll be able to get them down to mount a bit of an offensive against the Vikings of Mittelheim. I said a couple of turns ago that I was going to avoid that elite unit, and that's what I've done. They're quite powerful. It's not necessary to actually wipe them out. They will disappear into the forests and into the hills after the defeat of Draka has been announced. So I'm going to start a blockade of Port Sigrid. And hopefully that will reduce the... Well, it might have two effects actually. It will reduce the supply that they provide to Mittelheim. It might also bring out the fleets that are available to the other Viking colonies, such as Scoresbone and East Kilmar and West Kilmar, when they eventually mobilise. At the moment they are not mobilised. So each of those Viking colonies has their own longships and sea hunters, so they can actually mount a reasonable naval attack. So Angnord is now able to afford research into magic, and we'll start that process off. It'll take a little while to get there, of course, but it is a very useful research technology to have. And sea fighting is going to be quite necessary too. Angford is defending, or helping, the mutineers defend their gains. Alright, so blocked off that unit. Might have been a good idea to spend the extra coin on march in formation, but I still don't think that it's necessary to have that unit come right around to Sadea anyway. Just looking to see how I can best defend this this town. Just like Angnord, Angford is also going to put some cash into researching better magic. Obviously it's not researching magic per se. Magic is in the world already, well and truly, but to be able to use it in a military sense better. Alright, what else have we got that we can spend that 286 gold pieces on? Gunpowder. Right. Now, they are trailing Andania in use of, well, the research of gunpowder. Andania has been doing that for quite some time in a narrative sense. But the King of Angnord doesn't want them to get too far ahead. So now is the time to put some research coin into gunpowder. Alright, now we've seen how Guatenheim has demolished Malkan. So now it's time to mount a bit of a diversion in the west. So my goal there is just to hopefully have him redeploy some of those forces in the east to the west, so that I can rebuild in Malkan, because I really do need to rebuild now. It's going to take a while. Get these guys out just in case there's a lurking lurking fanatic somewhere. Get pretty much everything back. And Silk Salt, mate, will stay in the north there, just lurking, ready to assist if necessary, if possible. Okay, I'm going to rebuild that elite unit that was just destroyed by the giants and the fanatics. And try and get 3 Dan on side. Tribal League will continue to go its own way, basically, and it has got one of its potential allies on side. The others won't be too far away, I hope. In the meantime, I've got 261 gold pieces, and research would be really useful, even though I really can only spend 150 because I'm approaching my maximum research. Anyway, so something worth 150 gold pieces would be good. There's a few, but not all of them are equal, so I'm going to actually save that for now and build a galley instead, because I'm going to have to rebuild this this fleet that we're just about to see in action. Right, let's have a look and see what I can do, because I know that his ships are out there just to the east of my warship there, but I need to do a little bit of scouting around to find out what I can see, what I can do, how far I can get, and what losses I'm going to incur along the way. So I'll send out a sea hunter and find his sea hunter there. Just go around and see what's there. Now the furthest away ship is able to get just to that sea hunter and finish it off. So that's one down. Who knows how many more to go? That's what I've got to find out. So bring up another sea hunter and just send it off into the wild unknown. Right, we've hit something. Yep, a galley. Alright, so that galley should be finished off, but I'm just concerned that those hexes that I can't see into have actually got a ship in them. So I'll just hit from where I know that I can't be struck from. But now that other hex has an unseen hex next to it. Okay, luckily nothing there. Good. So that's 2 down. Oop, and that's what I was looking for. Looking for a warship. Okay, bring up this last galley. I can't quite hit it. Ooh, that's annoying. What about here? Ooh, another warship. Now they're both on 5. I can destroy both of them, so which one will I go for? This one here. Sure, why not? I take a bit of damage as well, of course. I can't quite get to it though. That's really annoying. So I'll go up here and hit another galley. Doing a bit of damage, but taking a bit of damage too. Alright, so this naval battle that's taking place off the coast of Iron Authority is really sapping the strength of both sides' navies. I'm not sure which side actually came off better there, because I don't know what he's got. I'm reasonably happy. I took out a few things, but there's more there that can certainly have been done. Over here with Libeslavia, there's not much I can really do at this point. They really are just going to be involved in delaying tactics, and I'll move the elite veterans back. Probably just need to reinforce Chiriaso Silbus itself, and maybe the the Praetorium that's there as well. Looking out at the main map, and we can see that most of the things have been done that I wanted to, in fact all of the things have been done that I wanted to do, and I don't think I've missed anything. If I look at Angmord here, I've got 36 gold pieces left. That's nothing, so I'll just dump them into the forward defenders of Termageb. Ending the turn. Draka has surrendered. Good. The end of the Dreadworm. 591 gold pieces plundered. Excellent. That means that Big Wolf Elves leave the war. Nova Spez has joined the adversaries. That's not so good. And Chinois has mobilised. Thangren goes to the Allies. Daneverk goes to the Allies. All good. And Malkan has got land warfare, so it gives 10% morale boost to land units. Ranged weapons, so it gives a small boost to some attacks and defences. Armour development continues for the Tribal League. And also sea fighting has gone to level 1. That's good. A little bit late for the naval battle, but anyway. And looking at the balance sheet here, we can see that there's still some expenses being incurred by Angford for the Mutineer Rebellion and also for keeping the Dwarf Kingdom merchants in line. Libeslavia is costing the Ancients, which is a pity. Alright, that's it. Thank you for watching. See you next time.